Right now, 72 days before Election Day, a presidential race that is a dead heat, and debt issues increasingly on voters' minds. Governor Mitt Romney's vice presidential pick, Paul Ryan, has brought entitlement spending to the forefront of the campaign. Some argue honest conversations about reining in spending could hurt the GOP. Others say America is ready for an honest conversation about things like Social Security and Medicare. Let's get into the debate with Joe Sestak, former Democratic congressman from Pennsylvania. Also, Matt Schlapp, former White House political director under President George W. Bush. Matt, first of all, do you agree with the premise that up till now, talking entitlements was poisonous for Republican candidates?
Yeah, John, I think you're exactly right. I mean, history has shown us at the ballot box that when it looked like Republicans just wanted to raid Medicare for other programs or for tax cuts or whatever, they got themselves into trouble. But what we're noticing over the course of the last couple days and weeks, ever since Paul Ryan's been added to the ticket, we've had a national conversation about entitlements, about Medicare, about the Ryan budget. And from all the polls I'm seeing, including the one you talked about earlier, it looks like things are looking better for Romney and Ryan. Congressman
Sestak, what about that? Mitt Romney has said that we as in, his team thinks they can talk Medicare, they can argue the point, and they think they can win the argument. Can they?
Well, I think it's a debate we have to have. Look, when you look at the respective sides on this, they both agree on one thing. They both cap, both President Obama and Paul Ryan's plan, Medicare growth, both to 0.5% GDP. Where they differ on in the debate we have to have is how do we go about reducing the spending? So Republicans are going to have to go to the citizens and say, we believe that more seniors can be on the private market, and that will help control cost. But they're going to have to answer the question that private insurance companies already provide 25% of all Medicare, and yet they charge 20% on average more than normal Medicare. On the Democratic side, they're going to have to answer the question that they can control spending by changing the incentive of doctors and hospitals. So no longer do they pay fee for service. So that when my father came in, had a heart operation, then he left, and 2 days later he was back in with a staph infection. 2 separate fees were given to that hospital and that doctor, rather than saying you didn't take care of the quality of my father's health care. That's the transformation the Democrats argue will better control costs. And this is a debate that we have to have because we've got to control this spending cost for the good of overall America.
Yeah, Matt, the Republican side is saying, look, we're not the ones who want to, rip off or change Medicare. The president has already taken $716 billion from Medicare. Are they winning that argument?
Well, I think all the polls show that they are. And if you look at President Obama, he was caught with his hand in the cookie jar. He took over $700 billion away from spending for health care on our seniors and used it to pay for health care for Americans who are younger, who have never paid into a program to get health care. He made his decision. It was a political decision to try to help folks that don't have insurance in this country, but he did it the wrong way. He did it by making Medicare even less stable than it already is. Remember, this is a program that if we don't take major steps, it's going to go bankrupt within 2 decades. So these are steps that we have to take as a country. I wish Joe Sestak was still in power. Maybe we can get some more Republicans and Democrats to reach across the aisle to do something. Mitt Romney's going to do that.
We're supposed to be having a debate here, not this agreement fest.
But I think Mitt Romney has demonstrated, since he supported state-mandated health insurance up in Massachusetts, that he might have the ability to reach across the aisle. But my good friend Matt, who's here today with his beautiful daughter Lisa, I've got to tell you, there was a little difference of why I voted for that bill. What we did is said, you private health insurance companies, you're providing Medicare Advantage to our seniors at 20% more cost than regular Medicare. We said, you can still provide it, but you got to do it the same cost. That was almost $300 million. The other $400 million came that we said, you've got another 30 million customers, private health care companies, because of the new Obamacare, and you're like Walmart. If you get a lot more customers, you can have a lower margin to make more profit. And we said that's just fair. It was good business sense. And this is the way we might be able to have good private efficiency even through Medicare.
Now, John, we have a debate now because Joe was wrong.
All right, well, the debate is on. We're going to have to come back and let you finish it another time. Former Congressman Joe Sestak from the Democratic side, Matt Schlapp from the Republican side. Thank you both, and we'll be right back.